What happens when you don't do that? In yesterday's video, I talked about what is the version that you can adhere to, the level of exercise, of improved eating, of whatever else it may be that you feel you can stick to, setting a plan and then ideally doing it. But perhaps just as importantly as that is what happens when that doesn't happen. Because sometimes unexpected things get in the way. Sometimes we just choose not to. And it's what we then do instead that often is the difference maker between us getting where we want to get to and not. Because it's tempting at that point to write it off, to feel that we've failed, to think this is something we should start again at some point in the future. And as I've covered many times, writing off a period of time, particularly for overconsumption of food, does not make any sense. A write-off is what happens when the cost of returning something to its former state is greater than the value it will then have. So we smash our car up, it's going to cost £5 to fix, it's going to be worth £3 afterwards, that's a write-off. That expression cannot apply to a period of time of overconsumption. It does not make any sense that if we overconsume on a Friday or Saturday night, that it then makes sense to continue to overconsume because of that. If anything, it's the exact opposite. But ultimately, it's what happens when that plan A doesn't happen that is relevant. So we just choose a next best plan. We intended to do 3 sessions in the week, we can't do it, we do 2 or 1 or some home workouts, or we go for a run, or we adapt our food accordingly. We can't eat quite the way we would have liked in a week, or something changes about that, we just do the next best thing. We do marginal surplus rather than massive surplus or whatever it is. So in short, it's great to set that doable version. Ideally, we do it, but it's what then happens and what we choose to do when that doesn't happen that's often key.